Story 1. The Tunnel Under the Bridge. Near my old neighborhood, there was a short tunnel under a small bridge. It wasn't used much anymore, just kind of hidden behind trees. One afternoon, me and two friends went there to explore. We had been there a few times, but this time we decided to walk all the way through to the other end. At first it was fine, just dark, echoey, and smelled like wet concrete. But after a few minutes, we noticed something weird. The tunnel didn't seem to end. We had walked way farther than usual, but the light from the other side wasn't getting closer. We started getting this weird feeling, like we were being watched. One of my friends turned around and said the entrance was gone. We looked back and it was just darkness. No light, no opening, like it disappeared. We kept walking forward, thinking maybe we were just disoriented, but then we started hearing footsteps behind us. Not fast, just steady, slow. Like someone was following, not rushing, just walking. We didn't run, we just kept moving until out of nowhere, we were back at the entrance. Just like that. We didn't say anything, we didn't look back, we just left. We never found that long version of the tunnel again. After that day, it always stayed short, just a few steps, like the long part was never real. Story 2. The Drainage Tunnel. Behind my cousin's house was this huge drainage tunnel that stretched under a highway. It was dry most of the year, and people sometimes dared each other to walk through it. One day, I went in alone just to prove I wasn't scared. I brought a flashlight and kept my phone with me. It was tight at first, but then it opened up wider inside. As I got deeper, I started seeing these weird markings on the wall. They looked like symbols, scratched in, like someone had carved them with a knife or something sharp. They were all over the place. Then I heard something breathing. Not loud, but close. I turned off my light to listen better, and the breathing got louder. I turned the light back on, and there was nothing there. But the sound didn't stop. I didn't even look back. I ran as fast as I could, and halfway through, I dropped my flashlight. I didn't go back for it. When I got out, my hands were shaking, and I had a scratch on my leg that I don't even remember getting. Later that night, my cousin said the symbols I described weren't new. He'd seen them too, but they always disappear after a while, then come back again. Story 3. The Tunnel with No Exit. During a class trip, we stayed near this nature park that had walking trails and caves. There was this one short tunnel near the edge of the forest, just a random cement tunnel through a small hill. I decided to check it out early in the morning while everyone else was asleep. I entered it thinking I'd walk through and come out the other side in a few seconds. But as I walked, it got darker. I pulled out my phone flashlight and kept moving, but it just felt wrong. The walls seemed too smooth, too perfect, and the sound was weird, like everything was muffled. I turned around after a minute, but the entrance was gone. Just more tunnel. I walked faster, and after a while, I started seeing scratch marks on the wall, like someone had been clawing at it. Some looked fresh. Then I felt something brush past me. Not air, something. I spun around, but there was nothing. I kept moving until I finally saw light again and ran toward it. When I got out, I was on the opposite side of the hill like I expected, but it was already late afternoon. I was gone for almost 6 hours. Nobody believed me. They thought I got lost in the woods. But I never left that tunnel. Not even once. Story 4. The Tunnel Behind the Abandoned Tracks. There's this old train track behind my uncle's place. The trains haven't run there in years, and the tracks are all rusty. At the end of the line, there's this tunnel no one talks about. No signs, no gates, just a dark hole in the hill. I went one afternoon while waiting for my uncle to get home. I had my earbuds in and a flashlight, just walking through out of boredom. Inside, it felt colder than it should have. My music glitched a bit, so I pulled out one earbud, and I heard someone humming. A woman's voice, soft and slow. I stopped and turned around. The entrance was still visible, but it looked farther away. I started walking back, but every step made the humming louder. Then my flashlight started flickering. It flashed for a second, and I saw a figure down the tunnel. A tall shape just standing there facing me. I didn't look again. I turned and ran back toward the light. It felt like I was running forever. When I got out, the humming stopped. Just silence. That night I checked the voice recordings on my phone. One of them had audio I didn't record. A woman humming for 17 seconds. I deleted it and never went near those tracks again.